Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's Hot Planet Repair Team meeting. It is Thursday, April 7th. We're all happy to have you here, happy to have you on the team for Planet Repair. Let's just dive into a few updates about what we've been doing over the past month and what we got ahead of us about living, working, having fun in our community, which is going to be rapidly growing with your support. So some updates is that we have officially launched Blackbot. Blackbot is our fundraising platform. It's one of the, if not the leading fundraising platform out there, which can help us keep track of all of our constituents, our members, different fundraising campaigns, peer-to-peer fundraising, that crowdfunding, as well as a lot of different research for grants and all these other tools that will help out with marketing and fundraising. So the point is this is all finally set up, took some time, and we need everyone who's willing to provide support to jump in and help us use this tool to turn it into more donations and things that will really help us achieve our goals. So there's going to be times about twice a month where we'll be onboarding people to teach you how you can use Blackbot and how you can get involved with fundraising, but we'll go a little bit more in depth to that with this presentation today. Some important steps that we've been making in the fundraising areas, also with grants, writing and applications there. There's some opportunities to get involved there as well. We got a lot of donor, recruiter, and philanthropic rep applications in, and we're setting up ways in which our team can onboard them, prepare them, and get them the resources and training they need in order to help us recruit some donors and get those donations in. There's also opportunities there. We got a lot of content and storytelling opportunities that we could use some help with. We'll delve deeper into that with the needs there in a few minutes. The grade and trashing, gonna hand off the mic to Tyler right now to quickly have a little talk about that.
Sure. Yeah. I've been talking with people from around the world and people responsible for both developed and developing countries for large scale untrashing, not only from municipal solid waste elimination, but landfill mining and real planet repair of these waste streams that have been basically forgotten about, but they represent a tremendous value to humanity. We didn't know really what to do with all of this trash that's been building up, but it's 2,000 tons a year, and it's just getting more. There's some ways to really enter in what we're doing in creating, turning the trash can into the circular economy and accelerating that circularity gap from 8.6% right now, as the world economy is only 8.6% circular. So there's real room for improvement, but that improvement can represent tremendous wealth to developing countries. And we look forward to accelerating that. But some of the organizations that we're talking to represent tremendous amounts of influence and money. And so it's pretty exciting to see the trajectory of what we're doing with the Great Untrashing.
Thank you very much for delving into that and how we're going to make this circular world through the Great Untrashing and this 200-year party that we've been having since the Industrial Revolution. We got to clean up. We got to have fun time while we do it. And that leads us on to the next point, is that we got events. How are we going to build our community? We are going to make sure that we can interact with each other, connect, and get those action-oriented discussions and activities going so we can really scale up that Great Untrashing. So now you can go to our events page. You can access our Eventbrite, where we're going to be posting ways you can access this recurring meeting. And on alternating weeks, we have the social there, but you'll be able to see all of our events on our events page on our website. And we will be using Eventbrite. So that's another fun update there too. Grant hunting, as we were saying, it's time for us to get out there, go find which grants we want to hunt, and then how we're going to take down those grants and make sure that they turn into resources which will help us scale up the Hot Planet Repair team and our solutions. We have some people that have joined HPRT, which have decades of experience and are helping us out already to get some great grant opportunities to help out with aspects of our business plan, which you can find on our website. So We are going after them. And if any of you are interested in getting involved to support some of the work that we're doing, please feel free to reach out to us and do so. Tyler, do you want to talk quickly on the local grant work that we got going on in Florida?
There is a really exciting, and I was referred to this group by a friend of mine, the Community Foundation of Collier County. They have an active grant that's the deadline is later this month, but we have our application in, and getting it all buttoned up for submission and review. They have a number of initiatives, from small grants, larger philanthropic relationships for the people that are involved with the foundation. And I think that leads into a lot of other communities that are eager or wanting to get more active, eliminating the waste, and having a hot plant repair team be represented in their communities. There'll be some exciting growth in that aspect. So I look forward to getting more involved with the community foundation, as well as some of the other groups that have been incredibly influential through them and the philanthropic relationships that they've developed.
This is a great example about how our movement's global, but also local. We are really community focused, and you can see that as, Alice and I spent some time writing those articles explaining why do we need a global and a local community. Just what Tyler's explaining there is they're doing that in Florida. They're taking out hot plant repair team. They're following a community approach. How do we invest in the community, host events there, and other ways to really engage people and increase participation and spread out the messages and show the solutions themselves. So I remember I was with Tyler in Florida, and we were looking at a park in Naples that would be perfect to host an untrashed concert potentially one day. And maybe one of these grants can help turn into that, or some sort of art or a physical display which could represent how we need to untrash the planet or planet repair. There's different ways in which we can creatively approach some of these grants. And if you're interested in doing so in your community, reach out to us. We can work with you to strategize and hopefully turn those opportunities into resources for planet repair. So let's move on to the donor, recruiter, and philanthropic representatives. Tyler, who did we recently get on our team who's going to be helping out with leading all this?
Yeah, thanks, Jake. A very good friend of mine, Barrett, has been involved with the Naples Winter Wine Festival, and that was one of the most successful charities in Naples for many years. So after 15 years of doing that, she went out on her own and has been doing with a lot of event planning, charitable work. She just did a huge event with, Captain America, Gronkowski, Tom Brady. The pictures that I've been seeing are just ridiculous. And she's having a ton of fun doing what she's doing. And I think that she's going to take that same enjoyment for doing good into our Hot Planet Repair team and be a great representative across 25 applicants that submitted on our LinkedIn opening. That's still open. And if people want to be involved in that, reach out to all of us. We're eager to collaborate with you.
For sure. And, over the past month, we've made tons of progress on making sure that our donor recruiters, philanthropic reps, grant hunters have the tools they need and the content and such, so we can really help them become the best Hot Planet Repair team members to achieve our fundraising goals. So we have Barrett, who's going to be helping us, as Tyler explained, and that's a great example of how fundraising can actually sometimes be fun. You're developing relationships with people, you're going out to the community, you're engaging with them, and you can do so in a very local manner. You can do so virtually. There's so many different ways in which you can engage with folks, spread the message. We were talking with one of our other members who's from the Boston area, like myself, and we're going to develop a local strategy to how do we go after different people in the Boston area to increase Hot Planet Repair team's funding. And Tyler was talking about how we're going to do it on both sides of the coast of Florida and make two different teams that are potentially going to focus on that. We got a new donor recruiter rep who is based in Tampa, but is going to be actually working virtually to fundraise for us in California, because that's where a lot of his business community network is in, and the people that he wants to do, and he's doing it virtually. So you can do it in person, you can do it virtually, you do the whole hybrid thing, whatever you want. There's so many different ways to fundraise. And we just want to make that clear that whatever way you want to approach it, we can discuss that and see what works for you and what works for us, and try and make it as best an experience as we can, because fundraising can be fun. There is fun in fundraising. We need to make it a normal lies and engaging way in order to build the community, spread the message. It's an evangelist role, and it's developing lots of relationships. And that's how the world works, and how we are going to network in order to make sure that a Planned Repair is stronger than ever. So I'm gonna hand off the mic now to Allison. Allison, would you mind talking about content and storytelling?
Sure. So Jake is our master storyteller. He's finished 7 articles so far. So please do check him out in our newsroom. We'll be publishing another one coming up this week. And we are also looking to expand our content. So we keep saying this and we absolutely mean it. If you would like to provide us with some content, please let us know. We're always looking to add to it. The other thing Jake and I were talking about is maybe doing a few short videos to add to our YouTube channel on some of the topics that we've discussed in our articles, and maybe make a video that would reach a new audience. We do have our testimonials. We're still working, I think, on getting some of them so that we can add that to our website and spread the story about why people joined Hot Planet Repair Team. If you do see our articles, spread the word, share, like, and follow us on social media. And again, contribute, please. We're trying to, keep it going and make sure that we have enough content.
And I just thank you, Alison. I also wanted to mention that a new HPRT member, Marissa Morabito, she shared one of the articles with her network on LinkedIn, and she's an incredibly dynamic woman and has just a tremendous following too. So it ended up being, liked and commented on, just think over 500 reactions. So simple things like that, of sharing it with your network and letting them know that this is the beginning of a whole new industry. And you have to think about it. The industry has to be equivalent to the size of the problem. And if this is the biggest problem humanity's ever faced, then this will eventually be the biggest industry on the planet. And so we all need to work together and be a part of this new industry, because the quicker we can organize and collaborate, the better off we'll be.
For sure. And the IPCC report this week has made it clear that, we need to urgently and efficiently scale up these solutions now and do it together, and have the commitment and collective purpose towards this and these goals. So Allison, thanks for walking us through this, and Tyler too, about explaining some of the ways in which we're getting our influencers on board to help, spread the message and be those great evangelists for us. Allison, thank you so much for the work and the help that you've done with us to make sure that our editorial messaging and writing really works and fits, because we're trying to recruit every organization in person. So we're trying to make it really focused on what's important, that we have a shared home. We need, shared values. We really need to help connect with one another, develop communities, which are going to be concentrated on planet repair and connecting with each other and having real meaningful interactions. But this year ahead too, we're trying to cover some different topics, like how does Hot Planet Repair Team's work relate to the international negotiations that are going on this year, how we need to have civil society and business play a role, and we can't just wait for politicians to make certain steps as geopolitical circumstances show. But at the same time, we're also trying to explain, what is HPRT? What are the mechanisms and solutions that we're building? What are the playbooks? What are the leagues and the connectory? So in the coming months, expect a little bit more about that, as well as I'm going to mention once again, on our website, the business plan is getting expanded. So you can get more information there about who we are as a nonprofit, what kind of work and business are we doing, and strategies are we getting into. Tyler, anything more we'd like to discuss on the great untrashing real quickly here?
Yeah, we have discussions with dozens of countries right now. That's a big transition. I think they realize that they have a problem, and the cost associated with cleaning up that problem, municipalities typically don't have. They spend 20 to 50% of their budgets on municipal solid waste, so it's an expense. We're coming out with a solution to allow it to turn into a profit center for multiple generations of citizens and stakeholders. It's a massive transition, a huge opportunity, And it really is entering in an era of abundance over scarcity. This is the critical infrastructure transition that we're all in desperate need of globally. And so we're scaling out, our solution, and Hot Planet Repair Team is there every step of the way.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm extremely excited about this untrashing party we're going to be having for the couple hundreds and hundreds of years, and not what we're doing the past 200. We got to do a different way and turn what you see on the screen here, this trashy planet, into one which is spick and span and got a bunch of cleaner, healthier, renewable, regenerative, all those sustainable words representing how our worlds and systems are working there. So thanks for coming today. Thanks for your sustained support. We want to mention a few last things. We still we're developing our superhero campaign with Avalon Alliance and some others. Tyler was able to connect with a leading animator and cartoonist who's helping lead the effort. We have a bunch of applicants which are ready to jump in and start playing a role. So any of you who want to get involved in this creative campaign that we're building, which is really going to inspire not just, think of it as the Marvel and the DC of Planet Repair. It's not going to inspire just the young folk, but also all generations. We got superheroes which can be tangibly related to some of our favorite solutions out there. Like I was joking, I wanted to have the Madame Mangroves. My mangrove's my favorite tree, which we need to scale up around the world. Or we got the vengeful polar bear, somebody who's really just kind of fed up with the pigs in Texas who are spewing out oil, and you got this vengeful polar bear who's coming and trying to really inspire some others to change their behavior and transition for sustainable futures. But it's a fun way in which we're going to try and make an entertaining and engaging campaign. Ideas are welcome. Opportunities to help get involved are there. So keep your eyes and ears out for some messaging from us on how you can do so. Social events, they're next week. We want your ideas and feedback on how to run them. So let us know. We are gathering testimonials. Ryan Timothy McHenry is going to be helping out there. Please share us your testimonials in the form of a few 4 to 5 sentences or less, or even if you want to do a little longer, whatever kind of form you're interested in, even if it's a video, go ahead, make the video. And that'd be super helpful for us. Reach out to any of us to connect and collaborate. Team, is there anything else that you think would be helpful to discuss with our membership today?
Just a reminder that, we're an open, transparent organization, and we want to remind everyone that whenever you want to give us feedback, your opinion is very welcome. Send an email, enter into the chat and Telegram, and just give us, your feelings, your feedback, and how we're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you, John, for that one. And we all hope that you have an amazing week and springtime. So go out there, enjoy the nature and all those blossoming, beautiful things you can find out there. And appreciate your time today.
Go team, go.
Thank you.
Happy Easter, everybody.